Hi there, Rabbi. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I've been reviewing the questions I'm asked most frequently on TikTok and on in public. And I've been working on an answer, and I'd like to do a more formal presentation, Joe, a more formal answer to the question about Israel, about politics, and about being an American Jew and anti-Semitism and all the stuff that keeps going on around us. So that's my goal, is to put it all together.
Well, the floor is yours, Rabbi. Take it away.
I'm frequently asked to condemn Hamas. I'm frequently asked to condemn Israel. I'm asked to condemn what's going on in the territories, the West Bank. And I'm constantly being treated as if I am an ambassador for the state of Israel. And my answer up till now has been, I'm a Zionist with a small z. I'm not a political Zionist. But I'm not sure many people understand the distinction or the difference. And in thinking about it, I wanted to say something very definitive and very formal. What started me was I read a quote by David Ben Gurion. Remember, he was the primary national founder of the state of Israel, and he was the state's first prime minister until 1963. So this is David Ben Gurion. In 1950, he declared, the Jews of the United States as a community and as individuals have only one political attachment, and that is to the United States of America. They owe no political allegiance to Israel. As soon as I read that, I realized that's what I meant when I said I'm a Zionist with a small z, a religious Zionist, not a political Zionist. Let me emphasize that again. American Jews owe no political allegiance to the state of Israel. This is David Ben Gurion talking. Ben Gurion also noted in the first statement the representative of Israel made before the United Nations, after Israel was admitted to the UN, the state of Israel represents and speaks only on behalf of its citizens and no way presumes to represent or speak in the name of Jews who are citizens of any other country. This is worth repeating. I'd love to see it on the Post. I'd love to see it in the Times. I'd love to see it in all the Jewish newspapers. I'm sure I'm not going to, because it flies in the face of a lot of what people think. But this summarizes my position and my belief. Let me say that again. Israel in no way speaks in the name of Jews who are citizens of any other country. Israel is Israel. It's a political entity. Again, in 1950, David Ben Gurion said, Israel has a responsibility in terms of not affecting adversely the sensibilities of Jews who are citizens of other states by what it says or what it does. American Jews vigorously repudiate any suggestion or implication that they are in exile. We are not Jews in exile. We're American citizens. Our religion is Judaism. Ben Gurion said it. And Ben Gurion said Israel should not do anything to affect our status, and it has. Israel's politics has affected all of us as Jews. And Ben Gurion warned of that in 1950. He warned it, and we're totally ignoring it. Judaism's universal and moral ethical tradition has been corrupted by political Zionism. That's what I want you to remember who are watching and listening. I don't think there's any question of that, and I think that's showing up now in the questions we're getting, in the debates, in everyone choosing sides. And I think it's time that we draw the line and say publicly, Israel does not represent Judaism or what we in America believe as Jews.
So to be clear, you're not saying that you are necessarily, or we shouldn't necessarily disassociate any support of Israel based on religion as opposed to politics. You're saying that it's two distinct actions and that you can agree or disagree with what the country of Israel is doing, but that shouldn't be affected by your religious beliefs.
Exactly. And what's also happened in Israel, the Orthodox parties and have hijacked Israeli politics, and they're running amok in the West Bank and in the territories. And the Israeli government is doing little or nothing to stop it.
And we've often discussed the dangers of any Orthodox perspective on religion, not because it's inherently bad in itself, but it tends to adhere too strictly to dogma as opposed to the meaning and teachings of the religion, whatever religion it is.
Exactly. And that's what we're watching going on in Israel with the Orthodox Jews who are supporting the occupation of the West Bank, who are attacking Palestinians and citizens in the West Bank. And this is very dangerous politically, and it's wrong religiously. And again, people treat me as if these Orthodox individuals represent me. They do not. I'm saying it because I don't see it said anywhere else. It's time for us to disassociate Israel as a Jewish place and look at it as a political entity, as a country that has to look out for its own interests. And Judaism just happens to be in the written in or on the side, but basically it's a political country, and we need to support the politics so Israel is not overrun. But it's not about my Judaism.
Well, heavy stuff, Rabbi. As always, your wisdom is appreciated, and thank you for speaking your mind. We appreciate it, and a lot of people are going to have a lot of strong opinions about this one, I have a feeling, but we'll see what happens.
Well, that's what I believe, and I would be glad to discuss with any of our viewers or any of our listeners what the positions are and how they would want to defend Israel as acting Jewishly. It's acting politically, as it should.